Namaste, dear seekers. Today's Pravachan by Shri Brahmachaitanya Maharaj highlights the quiet but powerful influence that saints have on those who associate with them. True saints do not just preach, they watch, guide, correct, and uplift even when we may not notice. Let us explore this divine truth and then reflect on a moving story from the life of Raghavendra Swami, showing how a disciple's association with a saint can lead to deep transformation and grace. If it is a job we seek, we approach one who can provide it. Similarly, if it is realization of God that we seek, we must go to a saint. The saints alone can help us realize God. The essence of their existence is not to be sought in their physical being, but in their precept. Their heart is free of passion, attachment, and desires. They keep awake and alert while we are asleep, just like the night watchman who patrols the city streets. It is then that they test and judge our mental tendencies. A woman delivered a child, but it started having epileptic fits and would just lie listlessly in its cradle. It would not grow normally, smiled but feebly, and was not at all playful. The mother felt very sad to see the child's condition. The guru feels precisely like that about a disciple who makes no progress in spiritual practice. On the other hand, he feels elated if the disciple shows some progress, and will fondle and indulge him to no end. A saint is hardly ever well spoken of in his lifetime. For one person that he uplifts spiritually, there are a dozen of his relatives and worldly well-wishers who blame the saint for misguiding that person. Spiritual books often enumerate the characteristic qualities of a saint, but these are stated in order for us to imbibe and practice, not for putting a saint to test. Association with a saint is fraught with three kinds of risks. First, one learns to prattle, but only like a parrot, about spiritualism. Second, one gets undeserved respect from others. And third, one's behavior becomes irresponsible, in the mistaken belief that the saint will condone everything and will indulgently uphold him. If properly availed of, however, three benefits can be derived from such association. First, the person may be respected, but will himself remain above any expectation of such respect. Second, he may not be able to prattle about spiritualism, but will automatically imbibe and practice the principles. And third, association with a saint with genuine faith and devotion will automatically lead him to the spiritual goal even without practicing any spiritual discipline. Therefore, one who lives with a saint should passively obey the saint, should not expect respect from others, and should suppress all urge to talk about spiritualism. Personal reflection. Among the many blessed souls who came in contact with Raghavendra Swami, one name shines: Krishnavadhuta, a deeply devoted disciple. He was once a poor and struggling man with no spiritual knowledge and no peace of mind. But his heart was filled with genuine devotion, and he served the Swami with pure love and humility, sweeping the mat, fetching water, and silently watching the master's every movement. One day, seeing his simple, selfless service, Raghavendra Swami said nothing but simply smiled and gave him mantra initiation, or mantra upadesha. And well, from that day forward, Krishnavadhuta's life changed completely. He began having profound meditative experiences. Despite having no formal education, he started speaking deep spiritual truths, not from books but from experience. People began coming to him for guidance. He never claimed to be a guru, but simply credited his transformation to Swami's presence and grace. Raghavendra Swami once said, "Krishnavadhuta has no learning, but he has lived the teachings. His life is my message." This is exactly what Maharaj spoke of, how just being near a true saint, observing, serving, and obeying in silence can uplift a seeker beyond rituals or debates. Just as Krishnavadhuta was uplifted not by preaching, but by the silent transmission of grace, so too can we all benefit from the company of saints. Maharaj tells us that obedience, surrender, and quiet service to a saint bring more spiritual benefit than mere words. May we seek and value the presence of saints in our lives, and walk the path they bless with their footsteps. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.